It is now day 88, ladies and gentlemen, of our 1000 Dawns, and it's been a little bit of a while since I've worn this shirt. At least I'm wearing something a little bit different, I suppose, and yes, it is a little bit more see-through than probably it ought to be. Don't worry, I'm a man, by the way. Don't think this means that I've undergone some sort of transition. Yeah, that's I certainly would have included that if it was worth mentioning. So for what they're worth, maybe a little bit more actually. Right, okay, that's better. Sorry about that, so I don't scare anybody. So today, there are only now 12 more days to go until we get to the first real major milestone of the year. Well, of the year slash this whole 1000 Dawns journey, because whilst again the time continues to tick away rather nicely, it should be worth noting as well is that is only one more day left in April, and here's an important piece of trivia: is that it means we now will only have 2/3 of the year left to go, and I don't know if you guys have noticed, but it does almost suddenly spring home about the fact that guess what? We've only got 8 more months left of the year to go, and to the even more casual observer, some may say, what is even the point? Well, and it's kind of just like this policy that I've adopted since I started doing this, but it's been going on for a very long time, and that is we will continue to make the most out of every single day that we have left. Because we don't always have the satisfaction or privilege of knowing when it's ever going to end, so therefore the only thing to do is to make the most of whatever time we have left. And as we stand right now in the current year, there is still just so much work to do. And you know how I was talking about yesterday, how I totted everything up and worked out exactly what I need to do? Well, I started to do stuff like that today. And as a result, I must admit, I struggled for about 10 minutes knowing exactly where to start, because but I think it's a little bit fun in that way, because guess what? It's like trying to scale a mountain, and guess what? There are so many different angles and so many ways you can tackle climbing a mountain, and it all comes down to the fact that it's absolutely doable to do it. It's just what we're trying to do is that we're trying to climb a mountain in at least 12 different directions. Some presenting different challenges in more ways than one. Sometimes you could go up a mountain that is completely smooth, but there is nowhere to actually have any sort of room for purchase. There are some routes that are incredibly craggy, but actually provide such a remarkable step hold. It means that you can't really go backwards in any case, although it might be a little bit difficult to get from one to another. Some may be a very clear path towards the top, but the road may be so long that it might actually take much, much longer and require a lot more stamina to reach the top, even when there's a perfectly laid out track before you. And then there is even the case about, well, what happens if we want to go in the other direction? What if we want to climb down from a mountain? Same problem again. And sometimes there may literally be a sheer drop that we can just go over and we will reach the bottom again. We might die in the process, but the point is, well, no, don't throw yourself off a mountain. Listen, I've fallen down a mountain before. It is not fun. In fact, I suppose this is also the point to mention is that this is the 15-year anniversary today that I fell down the mountain and, well, very nearly died. And I almost completely forgot about that, but the case needs to be mentioned that guess what? 15 years is a long time. It's a very long time. And I at least want to get to a stage of my life where I can probably say, well, 30 years have gone by since that accident happened. And, well, it's a little bit hard to say if I really was ever the same ever again after that. I am prepared to say that, you know what? we've made the most of it. We've learned something from very nearly getting myself killed. But mostly don't try not to let it happen again. And, well, here's to climbing up more mountains and not crashing at the bottom of them. Good. And I'll see you guys again next time. Thank you.